to SilverPenguinArtyCrafty. If you're new here, please do hit the subscribe button for new DIY home decor inspiration craft videos every single week. For the other gnomes I've done, I've used socks for their hats, and for this one I'm going to be using this pink felt. So I've cut this shape out here, and then I'm going to roll that into a cone, fasten with glue, stuff it with this wadding. This is actually cushion stuffing, but you can use doll's wadding, whatever. I'm just using this, I've got this left over. So that's going to go inside the hat, and then I'm going to use for the body, I've got this normal white sock, and then over the top of that one I've got this chenille. It's a bit softer to make it a little bit more plush for the body, to make it a bit more cosy. And I've got this lovely grey piece of fur. It's a nice square that's already been cut out, and I'm going to trim that down to a beard shape to go underneath the hat on the gnome. I've got a little bit of blusher to give him a bit of colour. That's just normal blush that I picked up from Poundland, and this is just a paintbrush that I use to apply it to. A bit of twine, I might use that, might not, just to give it a bit more of a homely feel on the hat somehow around his body. And then I have my glue gun to secure stuff with, and a couple of hair snags. I'm using these clear ones here, and they are just for the nose and to secure off around the body underneath the hat before the hat goes on. And then the last two little bits I've got here, a few little embellishments to make it more Valentine's-y. And I have got this lovely raspberry pink heart that I've cut out, and then using this sparkly felt, same material used in the unicorn headbands. I'll link that tutorial in the description box below. But it's this gorgeous glittery felt, and I'm going to stick that on top of the raspberry heart, on top of the hat right in the middle. And the way I made these, I just had a small little cut out of felt, fold it in half, cut round the shape for the heart and opened it up, and I did exactly the same on that one. For the stuffing in the body, on the last two gnomes I have done, I used rice, and in this one I'm not going to use rice. I'll link the descriptions to those gnomes below if you prefer to use the rice, but in this one I'm going to be using this, and this is just aquarium, fish aquarium, very fine gravel, just an alternative to the rice to show you can use something different if you wish. So the first step to do is to fill up our sock. Now this is just a standard sports ankle sock, sports type ankle sock, and the easiest way I find to do this is if you put your gravel or rice, whatever you're using, into a pint glass, and you get your sock and you put it over the top, and then you just tip it upside down and let the filling go in, and there we go. So now this gnome is going to be slightly smaller than the other ones I've made, because the other one's just a sock on top and this is just a little cone. So we don't want this one to be quite as big. So I think I might put a tiny little bit more in, and then that would be it. If I pour it into my other glass like that, to show us how it goes. So this is probably about a pint, just a tiny bit more has gone in. Okay, now because this gravel that I'm using is slightly finer than the rice, I'm getting a little bit of a residual on the table. That's okay, because I'm going to cover the body with this other sock once I get to it. So now I'm going to secure this off with one of the snags over the top a few times to make sure that that secures on well. Go. What I'll do is I'll just trim that off tight, like so. And there's the little body. And then we need to make sure we get the nose for this one now. So we need the other snag, which is there. Make sure we grab a little bit. And I don't want the nose to be too big on this one because it's dinky-ish. And what I've seen other people do is I've seen other people use wooden balls and things like that for the nose, which is quite a good idea. I might try and do that another day and see how they turn out. So I'm going to add a bit of makeup to his nose to make him look a little bit blushed. And there we go. Being out in the cold a little bit too long. Now, there's a tiny little nose, like I said, but this dude is only a little fella. So I would normally only cut up to about the sock heel, so I'm going to cut just below to make sure that I'm not doing too much on this one. This sock's a lovely soft sock, so I can just put him inside make sure it's tied like that. And like I said, it holds the gravel in lovely. Might need to trim it off a little bit more, just so it sits underneath the nose. Should move him up a little bit. And there we go, pull him up. And that is that one there, see? Body all tucked in nicely. So just going to finish off these last few bits here. So I'm going to stick down the top here, so put around a good helping of glue all around the top like that. And then make sure that the top of the body then just sticks down. Just hold it for a couple of seconds in each position, as you can see, to secure the body up and over the top. Again, just run a bead of glue and just press it down as you go. What I do is I just trim them, tidy up the edges slightly. There's a little gnome with his body. So the next thing to do is we shall make his beard. Now this beard is actually quite long for this gnome, so I might trim it off slightly, so go along here. And when you're cutting these, try to make sure that you're only cutting through the backing of the fur, otherwise you'll disrupt the shape of the hanging fur down. Lovely. So now what we've got to do is cut out a beard shape. So coming from the top down, and we're going to cut this into a curved shape this side and then going back up the other side. And then we just need to cut out a little notch for where his nose goes. Once you've done all that, let's just hold it up, see what it looks like. Yeah, that's looking good. Okay, so now we just need to secure the beard onto our gnome. So then I run bead of glue along the top, around the nose, and along the top of the other side. I don't do it around the edge of this side, just so that it's got a bit of movement really. And then in order to secure, you need to hoik it up right under the nose, and then to bring it up and on. So it circles his nose a bit, little bit of a gap at the top, but that's okay because the hat will sit over the top of that. And there we go, there's the body of our gnome with his beard and his little nose. So moving on to the cone. This is our cone shape, now I need to make it into a cone shape. So I need to roll the top edge. So if I put a bead of glue along like that, along the very, very top, and bring this over, and then fold it in so it catches, so we are at a point in the top. And then, bit by bit, add a bead of glue along the edge and bring that over and secure it. And then work your way all the way down. That's our hat. Now it just fits neatly. I'm going to sit it on there so it just sits over his nose, like that, a little bit. And I'm just going to quickly tidy up around the edge. So there's a few sort of bobbly bits that will show once the hat's sat down. Not too bad. Okay. So the next step to do is I need to put the wadding into the hat. So little bit by little bit, because we don't want to overfill it. We want to get to the point where it's got enough in it. So if I use the paintbrush we use for the blusher, just to reuse some of our tools, put a little bit in and then gently push the wadding up into the hat. You want to make sure it gets all the way up to keep the form, but depending on how firm you want this, you want to make sure it keeps the shape and doesn't distort too much. So grabbing a little bit more. There we go, and then we just need to secure the hat onto our gnome. And so to do that, I'll just run a little bit of glue around the edge like that, one side. And I shall place him on, and we'll just press that glue down, making sure that the seam from the hat is obviously towards the back. Press that down like that, and then working your way front bit so that the hat sits down exactly where you would like it to. And a little bit more glue there on the nose, just so it sits on his nose. And then finish off where the hat sits. There is our gnome with its hat on. A little lovely white plush body with a felt gnome hat. And then to add that little bit extra Valentine's-iness, I'm going to add that raspberry pink heart onto it. So run a bead of glue around the heart. And just put into the middle and gently press on. And then the next layer up is the sparkly white pouch. Same thing, bead of glue around the edge. And then where you want it on the raspberry heart, like that. And that just makes that extra little bit special and cute. And there we go. And then if you wish, you can always make it a little bit more country. Put a bit of twine around the hat with a tie to one side. So you could do that like this. If you wish to do that, you could do it around his body like that. And there we have our handsome little gnome. Looks brilliant with his little bell and the heart on top of his hat. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a massive thumbs up. All your likes and comments really do help my channel grow, and I appreciate every single one. Thank you.